Daddy-Daughter Movie Night. I'm Tom. Today we're going to look at Cars 3. It's the 2017 entry into Pixar's Cars franchise. The first Cars movie came out in 2006, quite a long time ago now, long before I was a parent, and I only got to watch these movies in the last couple of years after my daughter Abby came along, so I watched them all sort of in short order. I was kind of surprised when we watched the first Cars movie that my daughter took to it so well. I was a little skeptical, I'll admit. It's a movie with lots of male characters in the world of racing that seemed to me to be a very male-dominated area. And, my old male brain said, well, my daughter's not going to like this so much, but let's give it a try. And I was pleasantly surprised that she loves Cars. She loves Lightning McQueen, and he's become a hero of hers. So I was kind of, corrected in my thinking at that point. Cars 2 came along for us, and we just couldn't get through it. It's a shoot-'em-up James Bond knockoff spy thriller type of opening. Lots of gunplay in a Cars movie and threatening situations. We tried 3 or 4 times to get through this movie, and we just never did. So when Cars 3 came along in 2017, just a few months back, we didn't know what to expect. They went back to the original playbook for this movie. The original story template is almost there. Even characters who left the franchise, Doc Hudson, with the death of Paul Newman, was replaced here by another character who fits the same mold. But Cars 3 is not just a retread, and I was kind of surprised by how they accomplished that. Lightning McQueen's future in racing is completely thrown into question. He's kind of set out to pasture in this film. And he's put on the road for sort of a last chance at racing by traveling to Florida with his trainer, Cruz, a great new character who's voiced by Cristela Alonso, I believe, who's introduced here as sort of a joke. She's the vapid trainer who doesn't really get it, doesn't understand what it's really like to be an athlete, what it's really like to be a racer, and Lightning McQueen kind of marginalizes her and doesn't take her seriously. The two spar back and forth on the way to Florida, and it begins to get a little predictable. You think you know where it's going. You assume that Lightning will get his mojo back. She'll help him through and they'll become friends. But that's not what happens here, and the whole movie flips on its head. We get a scene in the middle where we learn more about Cruz. We understand that she really is a racer at heart. She started her career out wanting to be a racer because of Lightning McQueen, and she got edged out, despite being really good, because she's female.
What happened?
When I got to my first race, I figured it out.
What?
That I didn't belong. The other racers looked nothing like me. You know, they were bigger and stronger and so confident. And when they started their engines, that was it. I knew I'd never be a racer.
That's when this movie becomes less of a retread of the first Cars movie and transcends into really the perfect daddy-daughter movie night movie. Because, hey, what dad doesn't want his daughter to do well in whatever she wants to pursue? And what dad wouldn't be kind of pissed off to realize that his daughter had been shut out by the boys' club in some pursuit? Now, I've seen some complaints online that Cars 3 is a message movie, and I get that. It can become heavy-handed when you try to insert your politics into a story. But Cars 3 walks the line pretty perfectly, I think, because all movies have a message, and that's handled by theme. It's not propaganda if your story is true to its themes, its characters. It's really inventive in how it handles the fact that Lightning McQueen, the hero, can't keep winning forever. We've introduced a new generation of super racers, and that's it. Transforming Lightning McQueen into a mentor for a younger racer and for our society, making it a female racer for whom he becomes an ally really makes sense. Probably heard all the other notable talking points about this movie by now from other reviews. You've heard about the end of the Frick and Frack characters and some other notable plot changes to the franchise. What I really want to leave you with is this. I have a daughter. You might have a daughter too. She's going to face challenges in life simply because she's female. And I think you should watch this movie with her as her father and let her sense that she can push through. She can approach the things she's passionate about and the things she loves in life in her own unique way without being part of the boys' club that's already established. She can do them better because of that. And she can put her own unique spin on them because of that. And teach her that there are some men out there who want to be allies. They may have to take a moment and wake up to their own prejudices, but in their heart they want to make the world a more equitable, fairer place for everyone because of their love of sports or art or whatever the pursuits are that they share in common with your daughter. Whether you have a son or a daughter, I think this is a great movie to watch with them because the allies of tomorrow need to have this message that it's okay to be an ally too. Fast forward score is about a 2 for this movie. There's a scene in the middle that's kind of intense where they go to a demolition derby and they're chased by the school bus of death all around, and there's some fire shooting around, and it's very frantic, and my daughter got a little tense and scared, and we had to fast forward it the first time. Daddy's reason to watch this film, I usually give you an actor as an excuse to watch a children's film with your daughter. I'm not going to give you an excuse this time. I'm going to say Daddy's reason to watch this film is your daughter, and the theme of this film about being female in our society and the importance of addressing that with her as her dad. Okay, that's it. If you like our show, please hit the like button and let us know. Please subscribe so you can be notified of new episodes coming up. And you can also become a patron of our show now if you'd like to help us improve the quality of our show with the Patreon link up above. That'll take you to our Patreon page, and there are some special things there for patrons only that you can check out. That's it. I'm Tom. We'll see you next time on Daddy Daughter Movie Night.